Oh, look what we got here. Looks like someone's about to demonstrate a wrist grab escape. I love it. That's the seminal technique of jiu-jitsu. That should be the first grappling technique anyone should learn. We got this dude here, looks all buff. He's one of my bald brothers. I love that. Got an older gentleman here demonstrating the technique. He's probably been on the mat longer than I've been alive. Let's see what happens here. Brings the hand up, reaches underneath, does like a reverse twist. This is a little different. And just steps around, turns it into a modified wrist throw or cacciatore, and then he's doing a little wrist and arm manipulation there. That's pretty nifty. Let's take another look though, huh? All right, he reaches underneath. Now wait a minute. As he reaches underneath, when he had his other hand on the gentleman's wrist there, he had both of his hands tied up and his face wide open. Now he is arm's length away, but if this gentleman were to just step right in with his right leg, he could bend that arm a little bit, and that would have pulled this gentleman forward even closer to him. And then you see this hand right here? All he has to do is curl up them little digits and then shift, and he can throw a left hook right to this gentleman's jaw. So, when I would teach the wrist grab escape, of course, my beginning students, they'd just be standing in front of each other or in front of me, whatever, and just twisting their wrist out. But we'd move past that pretty quick. I'd teach the next step of twisting the wrist out and then grabbing the opponent's wrist in a one-on-one. But I always taught them with their other hand, keep it up by their face to guard in case the person's grabbing you by the wrist and then goes to punch you or choke you, or if it's a man grabbing a woman, slapping, or, whatever. Just keep that other hand ready to go. So if you're going to do something like this, you don't want to be standing right in front of the person, right? So another modification that I taught is when you do that wrist grab escape is you take a step around, just like this gentleman did to that gentleman when he had him on the ground. So he was kind of moving around him a little bit. Take that little half step when you go to twist your wrist out. That also gives you a little more leverage in case this guy has a really strong grip and it's hard to break it just by going against his thumb. And when you step around him like that, it pulls him off balance, forces him to turn to face you, and then that opens him up for strikes or going into maybe another throw or something. But whatever you do, do not ever train yourself just to stand right in front of someone and leave yourself wide open with no guard. No matter how fast you think you are at executing this technique, doesn't matter. If he lands that punch to your jaw, you could be seeing stars. Okay?